Modern society has caused people to lose sight of their fundamental values and qualities. The world is full of degeneracy. Social applications like TikTok, Tinder, Instagram, and such are nothing more than tools to ruin men. Let me ask you a question. In your opinion, what does a lion feel more content with? When it acts and behaves like a sheep, or when it lives as its actual self? The same can be applied to a man's life. When you finally pursue your masculine ambitions and start behaving like a man is supposed to, life will start to make a lot more sense. Just think about the younger generation who are growing up using smartphones and other devices, making instant gratification just a few taps away. And it's not only the younger generation, but even older men who are finding themselves becoming more and more dependent on this instantly stimulating content. It almost seems as though modern society is forcing men to become dependent on these things. Remember that while digital media is a great invention that has made life more efficient, it has arguably more negative than positive aspects. Think about your schooling, remote work, or internships. They are all becoming more digital, and while of course there is nothing wrong with that, it just makes it that much easier to access forbidden things just with a click of a button. This is incredibly important if you're just starting out your self-improvement journey. As a man, the world will forcefully throw degeneracy in all forms right at you, and that's the harsh reality. In order to genuinely embrace masculinity, you need to be cautious of more than just social media. In this video, we'll take a look at 10 degeneracies that guys often indulge in that you must avoid at all costs if you want to reclaim your masculinity. Number 1. Never seek validation from women. Men often source validation from other external sources, more often with women. Now, why is that? Usually, it's because men are inherently motivated to get laid because it's in their biological programming to reproduce for the survival of their species. However, this dependency can often manifest as neediness in your relationship. Some men recognize this as weak behavior, but they act completely wrong because they believe that in order to avoid showing neediness they need to treat their women like garbage. A high-value man always accords and receives respect, but there is a thin line between exhibiting the proper amount of affection and deference and going too far to a point where you are flooding her with respect and slave behavior expecting to get something in return. Work on being so content with yourself that you don't need anyone else to validate you, regardless of whether you've recently broken up with someone or are still in a relationship. To do this, you must have confidence in your own judgment and be willing to stand up for it. Number 2. Pursue masculine relationships with other men. Part of the reason why men seek approval and endorsement from women is that they are not getting these things from their male friends. So start spending more time with your friends and build some meaningful relationships. Participate in masculine activities with them, such as working out, jogging, or hiking instead of fooling around and mocking each other. Take part in competitions, form teams, and compete against each other. As men, we have a code of brotherhood built inside of us by default. This is one of the best ways to get rid of any female-related dependencies that may exist in your life. Number 3. Develop some masculine hobbies. If you want to embrace your masculinity and feel more masculine than you've ever had, you need to start participating in more masculine acts such as weightlifting, playing competitive sports like soccer, learning martial arts, or camping out in the wild. All of these activities will get you in touch with your natural masculine energy and will empower you with strength like nothing else. Number 4. Take care of your body. As a man, taking care of your physique should be a top priority. Weightlifting and working out will increase your physical strength and will give you that signature masculine body, which will lead to increased confidence and mental toughness. Thus, you should never neglect working out. Start by consuming high-quality, protein-rich foods, getting adequate rest, and engaging in regular exercise. These actions will provide you with energy and help you approach your work with a clear mind. And also, don't underestimate how important it is to get an adequate amount of sunlight for the healthy functioning of your body. It's a vital source of vitamin D and regulates different hormones in your body, including testosterone. Number 5. Know that men and women are different. No matter what modern society leads you to believe, men and women can never be the same. It is your duty as a man to provide for your family financially. Both genders are different, and it is time that we start accepting those differences rather than pretending they do not exist. Women, on the other hand, find the most satisfaction in working on household tasks such as taking care of the kids and maintaining a warm and welcoming home. Number 6. Lean and understand the principles of masculinity. Men can be loving or kind, but they tend to lean strongly into their masculine virtues such as toughness, aggression, fortitude, and strength, especially in a life or death situation. The media calls these virtues toxic masculinity, but think about any heroic movie you have ever watched. The hero of the movie isn't someone who acts weak or vulnerable. He's the epitome of masculinity, the provider and the protector. Women, on the other hand, are blessed with other virtues such as love, kindness, compassion, and empathy. Number 7. Understand gender roles and responsibilities. These days, gender roles are disappearing with each passing day, but not every trend is right. Throughout history, there are countless examples of things that people believe to be true, but are now proven to be false. The same is true of things that society today believes to be correct, such as disregarding gender roles. It has been proven countless times that each gender has different responsibilities, and those who deny it will find themselves reverting to their true roles and responsibilities when life starts to become difficult. Number 8. Guide the young men in your life. The number of young men growing up without father figures is disturbingly high, and the divorce rate is rising daily. If these guys do not have masculine influence in their lives, they will never learn how to become a high-value man. It is imperative to step up and assist young men, whether it be through conducting mentorship programs or one-on-one talks. Keep in mind that our purpose in life is to live virtuously, nothing more, nothing less, and one of the greatest acts of virtue is service. Number 9. Family planning. Many guys tend to start having kids without giving it much thought, but you should only have children after you are physically, financially, intellectually, and overall prepared to do so. Since having children is a responsibility, you should be mature enough to handle it. This does not mean that you need to have all the answers to the problems you'll face, but you should be able to handle the responsibilities that come with having children. If your mind, body, and finances cannot support having children, it is better for you to wait until you are ready. Number 10. Set moral and ethical standards. You must uphold the highest moral and ethical standards for both yourself and your friends because our actions have consequences. If you not follow these consequences yourself and do not instruct your friends to do the same, then rest assured that degeneracy will follow you. Keep in mind, brothers, that you are a protector, provider, and leader who develops these virtues through continuous practice and learning. With that said, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more content like this in the future. Why not like the video too? It will greatly help the channel.